Welcome back, guys, to Trails into Reverie, where last episode we finished our story and now have our fancy clear screen. But the story is not fully over. That of Crossbell, that of its independence may be done. But of course, there was still a little bit more for us to do in the Reverie corridor. And with a clear save saved, that saves all the way down here. So you can see that I made maybe a little too many saves during our gameplay. Before the backup saves, our clear save is somewhere down here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, finally, end clear data. We have that here. So let's boot that up and see what the post game has in store for us. That's a lot of saves. In addition to starting a new game plus file using clear data, you can also continue to explore the Reverie corridor as part of the post-game content. Let's go. Oh, it goes to a loading screen there. That's weird. That was weird indeed. Termination unsuccessful. All active processes could not be stopped. In red text, eh? The Reverie corridor's post-game state has been unlocked. It was under an attempted hacking. You can now access the fourth stratum's second half. About the post-game Reverie corridor. You can continue enjoying the Reverie corridor even after clearing Trails into Reverie. There is plenty of additional content to be discovered even after the main game is completed, so why not see what you can find? You won't be able to directly return to the real world in this state, but you can create clear data at any time by inspecting the mirror. You can now freely select which character you would like to walk around the Reverie Garden as. Is it that important? You can choose which character you would like to control when walking around and exploring the post-game Reverie corridor. Please choose your initial party. I mean, the same party I'm always with, maybe. Tio's got a mission. Yeah, I mean, sticking with this party has done quite well for us. I mean, the only people like I really want to shuffle in is like probably someone like a Arios if we need a physical. But to be honest, spellcasters are better. And at the moment, Vita seems to have like the best specs. I'd have to say. We'd have to like get her really in. Rean can now use Enlightened Spirit Unification. Rean's Chain Spirit Unification has been upgraded to Enlightened Spirit Unification. This is the more powerful self-buffing craft without the downsides that Chain Spirit Unification had. So we can just keep buffing himself up. Mini missions updated. And it looks like... Have people changed positions? Yes. I would say yes. Not being able to return to the real world was extremely sad to read when put up against my one missing chest. Well, I've got two. I guess that's why it says it allows you to carry over stuff even when you're doing New Game ++, yeah? Right. So, what do we start with?
Review missions.
I could report my
Confirming
RP.
rank points accumulated.
But there's no more
Liberation
rewards.
rank unchanged.
My missions, induce a break stay 4 times. That should be fine. Claim victory within 3 turns. That should be easy. Have Joshua use their S-craft 3 times. Have Tio use their S-craft 1 time. And Elliot uses Blue Ortolio 2. 1 time. And we got more crafts as well. I guess that 5 RP is never to be had. But equally, we got enough anyway, so what's the point? What's the bother? Open 200 treasure chests? That's just anywhere. Reverie corridor. So we'll be getting some more stuff as we go. Dazzling gems, etc. We never even cooked all the stuff yet, which we could totally do.
New contents available.
What new contents? Tagalong's 10. Oh, that makes sense, I guess. 250 for them. I guess it's quite a lot of orders now that I think about it. Seems that you are the contents. Well, I've got them all in the group anyway. So, what do we do first, you would say? What is our goal? Let me just... And let's get talking to people, shall we? See if they say stuff about what happened so far.
How's it going?
Arcasiel reached out to me asking if we'd be interested in performing for a show celebrating Crossbell's independence. Who would say no to that? I let Ron, Morris, and Kalinka know so that we can move around our schedule and make it happen. Can't wait to see what kind of show it'll be. I've heard Ilya can be a perfectionist when it comes to staging a performance. Just try not to forget about your old classmates on your way to international stardom. So it's after the independence time that we are back in here.
How's it going?
Can't wait to see what kind of show we'll get to put on with Arcasiel. I think this is a good opportunity for us to show that Erebonians and Crossbellans can work together.
Sup?
I had a chance to chat with Garcia after the whole mess was over. It was fun hearing some stories about the boss when he was younger. He said he was going back to serving out his sentence once the investigation is over, but I hope we get another chance to talk.
Sup?
Guess we could check that one off the list. Gonna take a nap. Wake me if you need me. Should be with Nadia, nap squad.
Yes? Is something the matter?
It's been quite some time since things were so tranquil. Now that my instructor is fine and Crossbell's problems are resolved, most of my previous worries have evaporated. It took a lot of work, but things are better for it. I'm glad I could be a part of that effort together with everyone else. Thanks, Altina. That means a lot to hear. I appreciate you always being there, looking after me this whole time. You're very welcome, instructor. After all, you and I are partners. That's what partners do for one another.
How are you?
Feels odd to have things be so bright and tranquil now. Surreal, even. Now that I'm going to be a second year at 4s, I only hope that I'll grow taller this coming school year too. Well, I suppose there's no need to rush. As long as I turn out to be taller than Milliam in the end, that's what matters. It's that moment you get. You get to actually chat with everyone. After the story. A lot of games don't give you that option at all. So I find it very refreshing. How do I change then who's walking around the... Oh yeah, I can't go back there. Complete. How do I change who's my actively walking person? No. Set what? Where's the button for that? Change leader. Right, I know. I want to change it to Fee. Change it to Fee seems like a good idea. We've already talked to Fee. Now okay, Fee goes away, so that means Rean's somewhere in the garden. So we can talk to Rean now.
How are you doing?
Things are finally settled in Crossbell, at least for now. What a strange feeling to think that Abbas and I infiltrated the city just 5 years ago. Feels like a lifetime. And here I am, as happy for its future as someone who was born there.
How are you doing?
Things have finally settled in Crossbell. Oh no, you don't. Oh, you do
This
get
isn't
double.
ideal.
I'll give Abbas a call when we get out and tell him to get his beautiful bald head over here so we can party with the boys. His beautiful bald head.
Noticed anything strange?
I've been working with the Guardian Force to restore the city ever since we put the crisis behind us. It's impressive how proactive the citizens were. It didn't take long before everything was back to normal. It reminded me that I'm blessed to be surrounded by so many caring and determined people. This is what I've always been fighting for. It's why I'll always love my home and be proud to call myself a Crossbellan.
Noticed anything strange?
The commander has told me it won't be long before I'm in line for another promotion. I don't want to get ahead of myself because I haven't earned it just yet, but it does make me a little nervous. Still, if a promotion means I can do even more to protect Crossbell, then I'm ready. I'll give my new position everything I have. Now, I'll definitely deserve a promotion. Like, I don't deserve it yet. No, totally you do.
Looking sharp.
Ray finally got discharged from the hospital and is back to work with the CGF. Did I mention she made a full recovery too? Things couldn't have turned out better. Thank the goddess for that. Seriously. Hell, Crossbell's even independent for real this time. Things are really looking up, so no reason to slack off in here.
Looking sharp.
Seeing what happened to Murray shook me pretty hard, more than I ever could have imagined. Hey, maybe it's time for me to man up and seal the deal once it's over. Maybe. So, where are we timeline before the credits? I guess the credits show a bit further into the future, maybe?
Whatever your worries,
The
let them
emergence of
rest.
another Rean was certainly a grave and solemn matter. Nevertheless, what matters most is that you overcame those trials together with the others and seized the present. Every experience in life can be used to help us grow. That is what it means to live in the here and now. It is our duty. I will also strive to always keep growing as a person. Father, now more than ever. Man, I just realized some robot Reans could really sort some situations we have around here. If you get me.
Whatever your worries,
I'm sure
let
everyone
them
has much to
rest.
ponder in light of recent events, particularly Rean. Remember, every experience in life can be used to help us grow. That is what it means to live in the here and now. It is our duty.
Yes? All good?
I feel quite emotional thinking about how we've reached the dawn of a brand new era. A new era not only for Erebonia, but also for warriors and martial artists across the continent. As Murray undergoes profound change, what purpose shall our swords serve from here on? It may well be something to mull over now that we have this additional experience behind us. I've still got plenty of room to improve as a bracer too. Nothing for us to do but keep on growing as best we can. Indeed, I couldn't have said it better myself. There's pair dialogue too. If you talk to people with the right people, you can get extra dialogue on top of it. What the hell?
Hey, what's new?
The path of the sword is still a long one. There must surely be many fine warriors out in the world we have yet to meet. As the Mary undergoes profound change, what purpose shall our sword serve from here on? It may well be something to mull over now that we have this additional experience behind us. Feels like Fee just bumped in a little. Tensions between Erebonia and Crossbell should have cooled off for the time being. It's strange to think I've had a connection with the two through the Phantasmal Blaze plan. Maybe it was fate that I was here to help. I was able to carry my lord's will. I hope you continue to exemplify your lord's will, Duvalie. I will do all I can to live up to the S my family inherited and root for you. Please, I don't need your well wishes.
Is everything all right?
Set that aside, just how long do you expect me to keep coming to this world with you? I appreciate the opportunity to train, but some of us have matters to attend to in the real world, I'll have you know. Yeah, but doesn't it, not, time take? You're fine. Got the witches.
It's getting lively in here, isn't it?
So Elysium, the singularity brought about as the final catalyst for the Great Twilight, is no more. It's simply gone. Well, that closes the book on one pressing matter. Now I can shift my focus back to my duties as an Anguis. Great. Talk like that can only bode well. If we ever end up confronting one another again, Vida, I promise that I'll face you with all that I am. And it won't be as any old witch. It will be as a witch our grandmother, my mother, and you can be proud of. Big words, Emma, but I can't wait to see what you'll bring to the table when that time comes.
A pleasure.
With Elysium out of the way, I can now shift my focus back to my duties as an Anguis, although I'm very interested to see how Emma and the rest of you grow moving forward.
Say something or don't. Come on.
I know, you're saying stuff. I never expected we'd get to reunite with the Divine Knights the way we did. You'd think it'd be impossible. No amount of magic could have ever pulled off a miracle that crazy. But sometimes fate and the bonds we share have a way of defying logic. You kids are just full of surprises, aren't you? There's no need to sell yourself short. Your part in all this has been nothing short of essential, Celine. That's a fact. I know. You don't have to go rub it in my face, though. Sheesh.
Say something or don't.
I still can't believe we got to see Valimar, Ordine, and El Prado again. You kids are always full of fun surprises, huh? Not that I'm complaining, mind you. I'm sure that's not going to change anytime soon. Wait, I'm almost like, should I change the Rean to talk to Emma? The spirit vein disturbance that had spread throughout the continent is completely settled now. In some ways, it feels as though the job entrusted to the Hexton clan since ancient times has finally come to an end. But it may just be the beginning of a new era for us witches to live. There's much from me, grandmother, and Celine to consider. Well, there's no rush. We have all the time in the world to mull this stuff over. That's right. Thanks, Celine.
Hiya.
My duties as the witch might be over in a sense, but it hardly means I'll quit being one. My next task is to figure out what it means to be a witch in this new day and age. It's something I'll have to give ample consideration. Boo.
Did you say something?
So, that Ishmelga we encountered is the product of Elysium manifesting an alternate fate that it saw. If my hypothesis is correct, then that would mean this realm is... The way you're talking, it sounds like there are things that you conceive as a witch that the rest of us can't. Indeed, but seeing and meddling are two different things entirely, and the latter is certainly beyond us at times. Either way, the moment of truth quickly approaches. All of us, not just you, but me as well, need to spend what time we have now getting ready to the best of our abilities.
Did you say something?
I suspect I'm beginning to see how things work in this realm. There's much that concerns me here, but it's not exactly anything I can meddle in either. For now, all we can do is try to be prepared for anything that could come. And I do mean anything. So Roselia is warning us that something may happen. Gosh golly, we'd never would have figured that out. Yes, that's what I meant. Robot Rean head pat machine. Perfect for the job.
Wanna chat?
You guys worked so hard back there. Who knows how things would have gone if we weren't all together like this. Especially when it came to rescuing Rufus at the very end there. Everything will work out in the end, I'm sure of it. There's nothing this team can't handle when it works together. You can count on me pulling my weight more than ever. I'm practically a full-fledged member of the SSS now.
I'm happy you said hello.
There's nothing we can't overcome when we combine our forces. We've already proven it once. I know things will work out no matter what happens next. You better believe I'll be helping now more than ever. But that's a lot of forces we have to combine. Hell of a lot of characters. Only more to come. I feel as though I've truly fulfilled my role as the Holy Beastman to watch over Crossbell. Especially now that I've seen it finally find peace. I just realized you're in here. I considered vanishing without a word, but with my old covenant long gone, I don't necessarily have to. Remaining here with Lloyd and Kia as a police dog sounds just fine. We're glad to have you back, Zeit.
You wish to speak?
I intend to once again assist the SSS as a police dog. It should provide an opportunity to watch over the bonds they've created. I do like Zeit just hanging out like this, though. Bad Ragnar couldn't.
From the looks of things.
You can't put a price on the independence Crossbell has finally regained. What Ian and I attempted before simply pales in comparison, and I know we succeeded because all involved confronted the task at hand with the utmost sincerity. Which will say and Guy would be so happy were they still with us.
From the looks of things.
I'm able to stand here because the SSS and citizens of Crossbell saw me as more than my sins and supported me. I won't waste a moment at this new chapter in my life. For Zaya, for Guy, and most importantly, for Shizuku. Yes, they kind of couldn't really admonish you. They really needed your power too.
How you doing?
Let me tell you, the guild has been busy like you wouldn't believe ever since Crossbell officially regained its independence. Wenzel went back to Crossbell too. It's probably going to take a while for the Erebonian branches to get fully reorganized. Not that I can complain. I'll take a hectic workload over not having our branches open at all any day of the week, that's for sure. We just need to keep putting one foot in front of the other until this is all over. It'll make the beer taste that much better once we unwind. Yeah, I'll pass for another year, thanks. Though sharing my first with a typhoon like you doesn't sound like a good idea. Hey, what's that supposed to mean, Fee? And I've been looking forward to it, you know? Don't deprive me of a new drinking buddy now.
You all good in there?
Guild's had its hands full ever since the war ended. I can't wait to down a few ice cold ones when we finally get out of here. We're gonna be long overdue. Can't you just wish for some ice cold ones in here?
Good day to you.
So Crossbell is independent once again. A most joyous turn of events to be certain. With Professor Nevada is fully out of the picture, I don't expect the society to meddle in matters any further. The chairman is also willing to cooperate wherever needed to properly address anything that arises after the fact. As a humble maid to the Rhineford Company, I shall also lend my full support to the very end for as long as I'm needed.
Good day to you.
The chairman also appears to be concerned about the ongoing situation over in the Republic. It's difficult to fully grasp the society's current direction for the time being. However, my stance remains unchanged. As a humble maid to the Rhineford Company, I shall lend my full support to the very end for as long as I'm needed. Yes, looking to the future is really what I'm hoping we end up kind of doing in here, to be perfectly fair. So we'll have to see how that pans out. It's the Assassin Club. It's almost time to head out. We didn't spend that much time here, all things considered, but it felt like a lifetime. Honestly, I never could have imagined us getting wrapped up in something like this. Regardless, I'm glad we chose to stay with C until the very end. I think we gained something even more valuable than our reward. Ah, really? Speak for yourself, because I still want to get paid. Way to go and ruin the moment.
Need me?
I usually prefer to keep things with others strictly business, but all told this has been a good experience. Still possible the organization could send someone after me and Nadia. Till we can find somewhere truly safe, I can't afford not to keep my guard up.
Need me?
I was wondering if you might have double dialogue, but that was it. The whole run-in was a real shocker. It's been a while since we ran from the organization and all. Still, it's kind of cool to get a reminder of how much our lives have changed and how many friends we've managed to get in our corner. I guess we have our fearless boss to thank for that, but don't tell him I said that. No reason to stroke his ego any further. I guess we do, yeah.
I got a question for you.
I could really go for a place where we can lie low and take it easy about now. We made some good money off of this, but it's not like that money's gonna last us forever. Oh, whatever. I don't need it to last as long as we last. I told you, quit springing girlfriend stuff on me. It weirds me out. I mean, you're gonna have to accept it in time. So you two are about to leave then. It's gonna be lonely without you, especially after getting to know you so well. We appreciate everything you've done for us. We'll try to keep in touch once the heat has died down. Oh, we'll definitely come back. I have to go see Arkansas live. In that case, I can't wait for you to come back to Crossbell. Here's to finding your own rays of hope and walking whatever paths you want.
Is something the matter?
Ilya's completely back to normal after that confrontation we had before. She's even practicing harder than I've ever seen her. Shan has also been dropping by with food and offering moral support. Thank goodness we got the two of them back. I'll have to step up my game up, both as a member of Arkansas and as Yin. There are people who need me. The Yin who doesn't go about assassinating people anymore. These two here.
So like...
It's crazy to think it's only been like a month since I came back, huh? We crammed so much into this month that it feels like it's been ages. Pretty cool we managed to pull through it. I'd remind you we still have unfinished business and should take this more seriously. But I'm sure that's impossible for you. Well, we managed to wrap that up, but I still like to spend some more time with the folks here. Let's work hard and party even harder. I agree with that.
So like...
lot's happened since we got here, but it's been fun facing all together. I almost don't want to say goodbye.
Speak your mind.
Rufus will likely be back on his feet in no time. I'm still relieved, despite everything we've been through. Though it is hard to stay my tongue about that stunt he pulled. Still, I suppose we owe him our gratitude for ridding us of that tower. He always has had a flair for the dramatic. Okay, we've got our time period now. It's before Rufus woke up in the hospital bed.
What do you need?
This isn't maybe resolved, but I'm sure there are still small fires to put out throughout the Empire, which means I'll have my work cut out for me as the acting Duke. Well, future Duke now, I suppose. Yeah, indeed. It's yours. There is nothing standing in your way. I'm sure Rufus is here as well. Rufus can be here despite being comatose, correct? Is that how it works?
Not sure what to make of any of this.
The cleanup work I've been overseeing Crossbell is almost wrapped up. Well, that said, he could still be in the hospital bed, just not able to move around yet. Erebonia is finally withdrawing from Crossbell, both on paper and in practice. It's the dawn of a new era in the region. Meanwhile, the Empire itself is still being led by a provisional government. There are big changes ahead for everyone. I intend on supporting my dad the best I can as a member of the Inspectorate.
Not sure what to make of any of this.
Crossbell isn't the only one entering a new era. The same is true of Erebonia. I need to work hard, the Inspectorate, to support my dad as best I can. So I hope you'll lend me your support down the road when I need it.
Hear me out.
Shit stays so crazy ever since the Great Twilight. This lull's long overdue, if you ask me. Finally, I can relax. But I'm sure Wild Philly and Schwarzer must be relieved too. I know it wasn't easy for our two noses busybodies.
Hear me out.
Oh yeah, it turns out the branch campus recently decided to put on a proper festival to welcome the incoming students and all. Guess after the open house, everyone's still in the mood to party. I don't know. That's how I get it, but I don't hate the idea. If we're gonna do it, I'll make sure it's just as big of a success, if not more. What open house? That's Biet gives a sub, thank you very much. Like, what?
So then...
In retrospect, it's remarkable just how much has happened in just a year. Our first days at the branch campus seem like distant memories now. I can't begin to count how many ways I've grown or how much I've learned in my first year at the academy. I don't plan to work any less hard in the coming school year either. Are you with me, Ash? Here's to our second year at the academy. Yeah, whatever you say.
What is it?
I couldn't believe my eyes when Father and the others pushed back the tower as they did. Yeah, I mean, no one could. I doubt I'd have the strength to do the same, even with the witch's aid. Though I have faith I'll get there someday. That's why I must continue growing while I'm attending the academy. There's more events going on that we haven't heard about, said in a random dialogue.
How's it going?
I think, unless I somehow missed it just happening in another thing. Happy to say that things are much more peaceful at the settlement now. There were sightings of pleroma grass during the incident, but it didn't cause them too many problems, thankfully. This digital pleroma grass, I'll have you know. A gentle breeze is sweeping across the highlands yet again. I'd like to invite you all under much more peaceful circumstances sometime.
Need me for something?
There's nothing I enjoy more than sharing my home with my friends. I'm sure my family would love to have you when the time comes. Alright, that's everyone in this section. 2 more sections to go on our starting patrol of coming back to the Reverie Corridor. It's the Bracers. Well, actually, we're Bracer too.
What's up?
This incident is going to be a defining moment for a lot of people. I gotta say that I like the look on you guys' faces now that it's almost over. We beat Elysium and saw Crossbell finally gain its independence. I'm sure whatever's going on in here will prove just as valuable a learning experience.
What's up?
It's been one thing after another, but now that it's almost over, I have to admit I like the look on you guys' faces. Whatever happens next will determine what our big takeaway from this will be. I'm not down for getting one up when the going gets tough. Not by Schwarzer, Bannings, that pretty boy former governor, or Tia.
I'm always up for a good chat.
Oh, that was a fun little get-together, wasn't it? Even my heart was pounding. I'm glad I was able to witness everything to the end in Grandpa Jurg's stead. It's anyone's guess where the old man is now, but I'm sure he's happy at least. Oh, gone missing.
I'm always up for a good chat.
I'm glad I was able to keep them safe and see Crossbell's regain its independence. A small part of me even feels proud. Proud and happy deep down. Even Ren doesn't know.
How's it going?
So, Crossbell's finally independent again. But for real this time. And it's a long time coming if you ask me. My mirror is on us getting a lot of frequent flyer miles between Crossbell and LaBelle for the foreseeable future. We want to help out. Because I seriously doubt business is going to slow down anytime soon. So let's team up again and get some work done, yeah?
How's it going?
Seeing the smiles on people's faces after that signing ceremony is something I'll remember for the rest of my life. You can bet we'll do our part to help the SSS ensure that the good times are here to stay.
Sure, I've got a minute.
Just dawned on me how little time has truly passed since the non-aggression pact was signed in LaBelle. I never would have imagined that in just a few short years, Crossbell would gain true, lasting independence. It's astonishing. It feels like a new era for the continent. One we can leave a lasting, positive impact on. Now's a good time to start looking ahead to the future now that Elysium has been taken care of.
How's it going?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't concerned about what the society could have planned in Calvert. Oh, it does feel like a new era for the continent, one we can leave a lasting, positive impact on. Now's a good time to start looking forward to the future. Oh, you're saying the same thing, Joshua. At least the latter bit, now that Elysium has been taken care of. There's Rean. Rean and Lloyd. Wait a second. I'm going over here. I mean, this doesn't seem to match up in a weird way. Do you know what I mean?
You, got a sec?
I'm still wrapping my head around it. Crossbell's finally going to be free. For real this time. It doesn't even feel real to me yet. But this is just the beginning. My home will still have plenty of challenges to overcome. Now I'm fired up. Gonna use everything I've learned from Class 7 in the SSS while we're here. Lloyd, Instructor Rean, I'm ready when you are. Sounds good. Now that's what I like to hear. Oh, of course, she is Crossbell Una.
Hey there!
Hard to believe we're almost second years already. I wonder what that'll be like. Come to think of it, that means there will be a few first years too. Campus is going to feel a lot smaller than it has been. Guess that means I've got to use what I've learned from Class 7 in the SSS. Time to apply it to being a good role model too. Wait, is that... Yeah, Rufus is here. I was wondering if he wasn't here then, because of what was going on. It's an Ironblood plus Lapis meeting over there.
What's going on?
So what I faced was another me of sorts, one that could have existed in another timeline if things had gone differently. Looking back, confronting him helped me to face myself yet again, and I'm so glad because it was actual character growth for you. I'm so glad self-sacrificial Rean is just not only a thing of the past, but a thing that Rean literally killed. That part of him is dead. Not only that, but it made me realize I could be happy too. No, that I will be happy in the end. It's the best way for me to repay all the kindness I've received from those who have kept me going all this time.
What to do?
What that other me said about things happening 3 years from now definitely concerns me. But I know that as long as I have everyone else with me, whatever life throws our way, it'll be alright. We can take care of it. Yeah, so 3-year warning. I do wonder, like, as well, what time gap we'll have between Daybreak and now.
How's it going?
Because 3 years could feel suddenly a lot shorter, though usually these crises happen in the space of not that long. I mean, this happened in a month. Within a month. They're like a week? Maybe 2 weeks? It's been a week since Crossbell officially gained its independence. Things are slowly returning back to normal. Man, I never thought I'd see anything like this when I first joined the SSS. Can't possibly thank everyone who helped make it happen enough, especially those who aren't with us. Can't ever take what we have for granted. It's up to us to protect and cherish it now.
How's it going?
Can't ever take what we have for granted. It's up for us to protect and cherish it now. And let's do so as we support one another while we move forward. Sure thing, Lloyd.
Did you need something?
This marks a brand new chapter in Crossbell's history. No, the entire continent. I'm curious about what's happening in Calvert, but I'm sure things will find a way to work out. There's no problem we can't solve so long as we're together. That's the way it always has been, and this time it's no different.
Just a minute.
I'm sure there will be a mess of political issues to sort out, so I plan on tackling them to the best of my ability as grandfather's aide. My pride as a member of the SSS will give me the support I need. Here's Rufus.
Can I help you?
I can't help but laugh at myself when I think of how I escaped death amidst such dire circumstances. I suppose it's Hades' way of saying she still has plans for me. I understand that I can't sweep what I've done under the rug. I shall carry the weight of my actions to my grave. But I also see starting my life anew as a wonderful privilege few are granted. I won't waste it for a second.
Now, this is a problem.
I convinced myself after casting my life aside that my achievements up till then were mine and mine alone. I see now that such thinking was nothing more than hubris. I'm not half as wise as my years have led me to believe, it seems. I understand that I can't sweep what I've done in the rug. I shall carry the weight of my actions to my grave. I'm just wondering if later on in the series we'll hear that Olivier Lenheim is in town and we'll be like, Prince Oliver, and it'll actually be Rufus. That'd be great. I'd love it. Please tell me he took on the name, the moniker, the title. The legend. He had to learn how to play guitar badly. Sing great badly. Wait, maybe he could be really good. Like, completely spoil the original reputation. I don't know.
Oh, would you like to talk?
I'm so glad we were able to save Rufus. I can't thank everyone enough for their help. With the danger Elysium presented out of the way, I can truly be my own self and try all sorts of new things. It's strange, even without being able to calculate the future, I still have a good feeling about what's to come. This world is filled with amazing, exciting things just waiting for me to discover them. Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, would you like to talk?
I've made a point of taking everyone's picture before I leave my journey. Oh. Kia and Altina are also helping me. They've gotten me more amazing shots than I know what to do with. Can't wait to see how they turn out. So what we saw in the credits of the book.
Take a load off.
Phew, wasn't sure how this was going to go, but it's a happy ending for us after all. I can finally take that vacation in Crossbell without a worry to my name. You got to get on your vacation attire. I'm pretty sure we still have plenty on our plate, Selector. I know. Let me dream, okay? Or at least let's just hurry up and wrap things up for my sake.
Yo, all good?
You know, I really didn't expect such a happy ending out of all this. Guess my gut feelings don't amount to much. At the end of the day, people straight up have the power to shape a path toward the future. Yes, it did seem a bit
Indeed.
sacrificial at one point. It's not just Rufus. No small number of people here are beginning to embark on new paths in their lives. It's certainly true for me, at least. I'd like to think that through all of this, I'm beginning to learn to forgive myself. All we can ever do is keep our eyes looking ahead and move forward together with those who will support us along the way.
You seem to be doing well.
I've certainly changed being here, at least. I'd like to think that through all of this, I'm beginning to learn to forgive myself. As a member of the RMP, I intend to keep moving forward with unwavering devotion to what's best for the Empire and the world. Next up.
You need little old me.
I do. This incident has far exceeded what even I could have foreseen, yet we've made it through thus far just as we always have. There's a chance we could even overthrow the government if we put our minds to it. Muse, please. I promise you it was a harmless joke. For now, anyway.
What next?
I promise that whole revolution comment was only a joke, but its inspiration was heartfelt. We're capable of the impossible together. I suspect we still have a long road ahead of us, but I'm also confident we can make it past what awaits us, so long as we're together.
I have to do something.
It pained me so much to think about what else fate could have had in store for Rean had things gone differently. Feels like nothing short of a series of miracles we're even able to talk to one another here right now. Makes me treasure every moment of every day we share together even more than I already did. Well, I hope for your sake, Elise, that it won't be long before St. Estrella and the branch campus get together to do something again. Me too, I'm really looking forward to it. That's a weird way of standing because of where we're standing.
I hope all is well.
In a weird pose then. Mother and father were both so relieved once they found out Rean was okay. It's a shame I wasn't able to see everyone when the group last stopped by Ymir. Hopefully we can have everyone up there again soon so I can rectify that.
There's a question in your eyes.
I just know that Crossbell regaining its independence will lead to greater peace and stability in Western Zemuria. We may have had a rocky past, but there's no reason we can't forge a better, healthier relationship now, is there? I'm so lucky to have friends in Crossbell now as well. It inspires me that much more to use my position to ensure a brighter future for all. I could never doubt your strength for a second, Your Highness. Just remember that I'm always right here to lend you my strength as well. And the same goes for me, of course. We're all in this together. You have nothing to fear. Thank you both. Your enduring support means the world to me, truly.
There's a question in your eyes.
I wish the Empire and the Republic could enjoy a more amicable relationship as well, but we still have a long ways to go. I'll be sure to address it in a close consultation with Oliver, my father, and Representative Regnitz. I still have so much to learn as part of my royal duties, but I hope that I can grow into someone that people can be proud of. We are dwindling. 6 more people left to speak to.
What is it?
Getting to see all kinds of new technology has been like a silver lining to this incident for me. We may not have had access to it for very long, but I'm sure it's going to greatly influence how the technology we have now will evolve. Something tells me the next few years will be defining for the continent's engineers, and that makes me want to really step up my game. There are innovations to be made.
Working hard?
Something tells me the coming years will be defining for the continent's engineers. Mum and Grandpa have given me so much, not to mention Agate. I want to seize this opportunity and make them all proud.
Thanks for thinking of me.
In only a few years' time, the Orbital network has spread across Zemuria with Crossbell at the heart of it. Lapis said something along the lines of Elysium being what humanity would arrive at sooner or later. She may be right. It already feels as though the continent is getting smaller every year with how quickly it's developing. I hope the older, wiser versions of ourselves will be ready for something like Elysium when the time comes.
Yes? What is it?
There was no better place to celebrate the end of that crisis and Crossbell's independence than a Michelin Wonderland. I hope we can all find time to relax and have fun together like that again someday. Should have a reunion.
Oh, something up?
It's crazy to think the Retributibe Tower vanished without a trace, just like when it took out Juno Naval Fortress. It's not just the tower that's gone either, so are the satellite combat shells that reflected the divine lightning around too. It's kind of a shame. We could have made leaps in our technology if we'd been able to collect and analyze the wreckage. If anything, we're probably better off this way. Taking shortcuts on these short sort of things is just asking for trouble. Actually fried the stuff up top too?
Oh, something up?
Who knows how much advanced technology we lost when the Retributive Tower disappeared. Hey, at least it saved us a ton of time and effort trying to demolish that thing in time for the signing ceremony, right? Our company is in for a bumpy ride. I've got to do my part to steer it right with Mother, Grandfather, and Sharon. Let's gotta, like, just the ideas alone is gonna be crazy good for them.
Hey, how's it going?
I never thought I'd see Ordine or any of the other Divine Knights again. Looks like they've been keeping an eye on us one way or another since they disappeared. Surprises never end with them, huh? Must be their way of keeping us on the straight and narrow. We gotta make sure our lives are worthy of their sacrifice.
Hey, how's it going?
Sounds like things are settling down in your eye. First, I'm gonna pay a visit to my grandfather's grave. After that, it's off to wherever the wind takes me. Talking to guys too much. I want to find a way to prove to Ordine and the other Divine Knights that I'm making the most of what they gave me.
Oh, need anything?
The signing ceremony was so wonderful. I still get a little choked up when I think about it. There are so many people who worked hard for it that it's inspiring. That's something the branch campus can learn from. I'll have my work cut out for me as one of the lead instructors next term, but I plan to dive in head first.
Hi there.
Things will probably be pretty hectic at Falls during the next term with all the new personnel and restructuring. I said I'm still excited for the challenge it will present. I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. It's hard not to be inspired seeing the passion of the Crossbellans. It makes me want to do just as much for the branch campus.
I'm always down to talk.
All my cute kittens are still safe and smiling. Now that's what I call a happy ending. Plus I even got to pilot the RCL too. A gal can ask for more. I know the Empire is probably going to continue experiencing aftershocks from the Great Twilight for, Arcee. We learned that last time. The Arcee too. I know the Empire is probably going to continue experiencing aftershocks from the Great Twilight for a good while. But as a member of the 4 great houses, I'll at least try to keep my father with things from time to time. Or help my fathers even. Somebody's sounding mighty responsible all of a sudden.
Hey there, you all good?
I know the Empire is probably going to continue experiencing aftershocks, yes. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't concerned about Carver too, especially since that's where my teacher, Kilika, is right now. But for now, let's just kick back and enjoy this happy ending. We busted our butts to earn it. That we did, and we spoke to everyone, and there must be like extra dialogue for some combinations. Maybe we'll check that out and maybe see it a little bit later. You just don't know.
Initializing trading process.
Let's see if that...